So to go back on that confidence point, we see it with Almiron, because we have to mention him now into more details, in the sense that he scored like 18-8 or 99, something like that.
Scored something like 2, I think, in 50 games previously.
Incredible. So this was a very good player in MLS before, with Atlanta, with a big move to Europe when he was still quite young, and a manager, let's not criticize anyone here, but maybe not as good, or maybe doesn't have the same skills that Eddie Howe, for sure.
Too pragmatic, some of the managers.
Maybe, And Almiron struggled up to like this season, really.
Yeah.
How from you as a former player, how do you see that kind of evolution?
Do you know you need a bit of fortune when you're a player and you sign for a manager, and you need fortune in terms of the manager can sell you the dream, the manager can tell you what they want, but it's a different story once you get through the door. And someone like Steve Bruce is a very, very good manager, but he's very pragmatic. Yeah. And he would have, and he did, he want Almiron to do a lot of work back the way. Yeah. So maybe in terms of a winger especially, I think we saw it with Pepe when he signed for Arsenal very early on. Pepe was playing 50, 60 yards away from goal, doing a lot of defensive work. So by the time he got up the pitch, he was absolutely shattered. Almiron was the same, doing a lot of work defensively, then trying to try and use your skills at the top end of the pitch in the Premier League against really good fullbacks. It's difficult. So now he's got a manager in Eddie Howe that says, right, no, we're going to get you on the front foot. I want your position and your average position to be higher up the pitch. I want you fresh for 1v1s. That's what we want. Yeah. That's the positions we need you in. We've got Kieran Trippier behind you. Leave him. Yeah. And Trippier's also saying as well, don't come back here. Stay up. I'll do all the defensive work. So you need partnerships, and you need a manager that's good for you as an individual. And then you need the players on the pitch to back you. So Almiron's a great example. If you're Kieran Trippier, let him fly. And let him fly.
The goal against Leicester. So he comes back inside, and that 1-2 with Bruno, which we've seen them doing before, which they're understanding. I mean, they're players that would speak the same football anyway. Yeah. That's the.
I'd love to have done some analysis. I said it yesterday on comms during the game. I'd love to do some analysis on the pass that Bruno made, on how many Leicester players he took out with one ball.
It must be 3 or 4, man.
More. I reckon it was about 6 of them. The way to pass.
It was just perfect.
It was just, and the best thing about it is he didn't try to overcomplicate it, Bruno. No. Didn't try a fancy flick or a little sort of Rabona. He just put the right weight on the pass to take 4 or 5 players completely out of the equation.
But you knew they were going to do that. And I'm like, if you're a Leicester defender, once that ball leaves Almiron's foot for the 1, the 2 is going to always come back. Him. And yet it's to perfection, really. Because if you foul him, it's a pen, probably a red. And then
maybe Luke Thomas, a young fullback, didn't do his homework. But you should do. It's quite basic.
I'm a bit surprised, to be fair, that Castagne didn't play on that side.
Maybe.
I know he's right-footed, but just for the experience against Almiron on fire, maybe the best one of the best players in the Premier League right now.
Definitely.
And then he ate him alive. Really.
And then if you're Newcastle and the travelling fans, and you start well, and Joelinton gets the penalty after 90 seconds, then all of a sudden Almiron scores. You're 2-0 up away from home. That sticks Leicester on the back foot, and it gives Newcastle so much more confidence. I know. They need it.
Just a word on Bruno, for you as a former midfielder as well. You said you don't know how you got him. I remember when there were talks about him, and I think I said before on the show, last January what Newcastle did, which was, I think, very clever. It's like, imagine a big fishing net that you throw into the water with a lot of really good players in it, but you don't know what you can get. You might not get any of them, and then you bring the fishing net back to the boat, and then, there's a Bruno Guimaraes, because Lyon opened the door, because I think they needed the money. I think he wanted a new challenge, and you think wow, okay. And I remember tweeting the time, Newcastle fans, you don't realise what a gem you're signing right now.
Definitely.
And he was a game changer, and when we look at the reasons why Newcastle are where they are now, for me, Bruno is a big reason.
Huge. Newcastle wouldn't be in second position without Bruno, for sure. And I think if you remember, Jules, when he came into Newcastle, I think Eddie Howe had to do a lot of man management. Obviously, didn't speak any English. He had to take his time. I think when he first came in, didn't start for ages, got 5 minutes at the end, got 2 minutes. Newcastle fans love him and sort of idolise him and wanted him to play more. And Eddie was like, no, take your time. He's going to need it. He can't just come. And he took feels like a good month or two.
Yeah, you're right.
And then now you've seen it and you're going, my God, this guy is midfield players go, what he does. It's like he's close to £100 million player. Yeah, man. He's that influential.
Easily. That was, for me, a bargain, and one of the reasons why Newcastle are up here.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.